Thank you so much for being here with us.
Yeah. We're always here. Where are you?
Yes. Our alignment. I need to heal my eyes of wet macular degeneration. Could you speak to me of healing?
Well, everything that we've been talking about is that. Because when you are living something unwanted, you are launching requests for the improvement. And so your vortex is full of all of that. So, but you've got to find a way of softening whatever belief you've got going on that is preventing you from receiving all that you want. This is true of every subject, not just that one. The best story that we have to really get your attention is Esther moving from Arizona to Texas years ago and going to the driver's license bureau to get her new license, and she had to take the written test and the eye exam. And when she looked into the contraption, she said, "This is broken." Because it'd been a long time since she'd looked into one of those, and last time she looked, she could see what was in there, and this time she couldn't read what was in there. "This is broken." They said, "No, it isn't broken. Can you read that bottom line?" "What line?" Well, it wasn't quite that bad, but Esther could not read and so the person was explaining, "Well, no problem. You'll just have to go see an eye doctor, get some glasses, come back, and take the test with your improved instruments." And Esther thought, I don't want to do that. So she said, "Abraham, can you read this?" So we just tilted her head a little differently and encouraged her to take a deep breath and focused, and she read the line and said, "I guess it's not broken anymore." And it was a really good experience for Esther because she knows that it was the same eyes. It was the same eyes with different belief flowing through them, different consciousness, different point of focus, you see. So the reason that we say this to you is because when you're in alignment, your physical body responds differently than when you are not. That's what we mean when we talk about turning thoughts to things, turning what's vibrational into a realized reality. It's about focus, but it's about vibrational compatibility. And most people aren't thinking about life and what is in those terms. You accept what is as a product of other things, like physical things or like conditions. And yet every condition is a byproduct of a vibrational stance every single time. And if you can just accept that everything that you're living is a byproduct of your vibrational stance, and then you will acknowledge that you can change your vibrational stance, therefore you can change every outcome, then it all becomes easier, and that's what healing is. When you sat before Jesus and others, there were many healers in your historical times, and you were dripping your illness, whatever it was, he did not see your illness. He was unconditional in his awareness of you. He was not focused upon the conditions that had manifested. He was focused upon the vibrational countenance, which is what is becoming. Did you hear that? We've never said that so clearly before. Told this story many, many times. We're going to tell it to you again, just like we told you, because we want you to remember it this way. When you stood before the healer, he did not allow himself to see the condition of your illness. Instead, he unconditionally knew your intentions that were in your vortex and focused unconditionally on who you really are, and therefore did not wobble in his vibration. He didn't think about what you want and where you are, only about who you really are. And one who's connected to the stream is more powerful than millions who are not. And your illness simply could not abide in his vibration. He dominated the vibration and then said, "Go forth and tell no one." Why do you think that was? Because if you go and talk about it, somebody's going to say, "Oh, you went to that crazy healing person." You've got to face reality. This is reality. Well, reality does not mean diddly squat. Reality is only a temporary reflection of a habit of vibration that you have the power to change if you'll stop focusing on the condition that doesn't let you change the vibration. Can you hear that?
Yes.
You heard that. Can you do it? Yeah, you can, but it's going to take some practice. Practicing being unconditional is what it takes. So the condition that I feel needs to change so that I will feel better is I need clearer vision. What is it? What's the condition that you need to change? Just say it simply in terms of the way it would feel to you if it happened.
I need to see better.
The condition that needs to change is I need to see better, and when I see better, I will feel how?
Okay to drive and okay to see, and
you're making it more conditional and more detailed than we want you to, or than is good for you, because now you're saying I need to be able to drive so that I can feel better. I need to be able to see so that I can be able to drive, so that I can be able to get to where I want to be, so that I can be able to feel better. Well, that's all twirled up in conditions that you can't control. So what's a condition? And all of that is so that I will feel free, so that I will feel happier, so that I will feel productive, so that I will feel self-sufficiency, so that I will feel ease, so that I will feel flow, so that I will feel free is the big word, free, so that I will feel capable, so that I will feel steady and sure, so that I will feel free, so that I will feel ease, so that I will feel. And do you think it's possible? Is it happening to any of you as we get on these little runs? Are you feeling your feelings shifting? With the words, do you feel a little more ease? Do you feel a little more freedom? Just with the words.
Yes.
You just can't say, and when you write them, because it takes a little time to write them, when you write them, it's even more focus. In other words, so now what you're accomplishing, you see, this is the end run that you're making around this. I need the condition to change so that I can feel this way that I already feel. So I already feel the way I wanted to feel or needed to feel in order for the condition to change, but I didn't need the condition to change in order to feel this way. I feel this way because of my focus. That's all healers have ever done. They have just dominated the focus. Doesn't usually last very long because you can't stay with them. Oh, healer, can I live with you? And will you only think about me from now on? Nobody's going to do that for you, but you can do that for you. You can care about how you feel. You can care about how you feel unconditionally, can't you? Have we convinced you? If you need to see better in order to feel freer, you're not ever going to get there from there. That's a cycle that's leading you in the wrong direction. You cannot get there from there. And to a certain extent, you can go to a doctor, remove this, not my eyes, please. Take this away, give this back to me, perform this, give me this. In other words, there are a certain number of conditions that you believe that you can wrestle to the ground to get some effect. But really, it is leading you down a track that you eventually will not win, because eventually you will have a condition that some doctor will say, I'm at the end of my expertise. And we say, we just love it when you get a terminal diagnosis, because then and only then will you do the only thing that really works anyway. You say. Until then, as long as they can chop one more thing off of you, or insert one more thing in you, or feed you with something, or keep you alive with another tube or something, I'll do anything other than unconditional alignment. Because I'm so trained into conditions, please don't ask me to not be responsive to what is. But if you could stop being responsive to what is could change into things you really, really like. No, I believe in facing reality. No, you're the creator of reality. No, I only want to face reality. I want to face reality, and I want conditions to change so that the reality that I'm facing is pleasing to me. How's it working out? How's that working out? We've convinced you. We know we have.
Yes, you have indeed.
So you know what to do.
So it's really the same answer, isn't it?
Oh, isn't that boring? Isn't that boring? $195. drove a far, far way, couldn't find a place to park, sitting in a room cargo style with all this space around that they could have spread the chairs out in but weren't willing to. And Abraham just says the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. You create your own reality by conjuring within yourself an emotion that feels good to you no matter what it takes to do that. And when you do it consistently, your life will respond to your point of attraction, which you have total and utter control over.
Yes.
Yes.